Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today we're going to be doing a video that I always have so much fun doing, and I hope that you guys have fun watching, but I love just sitting down and talking about makeup. So when I get to do things like Sephora sale recommendation videos, I absolutely get giddy. I also really love talking about the types of makeup and the things that I'm thinking about picking up in the sale. So that is what we're going to be doing today. If this is your first time hanging out with me, welcome. I am so excited that you decided to click on this video. And if you have not yet subscribed, I hope that you'll consider doing so before you leave. But without further ado, let's talk all about the Sephora spring sale. I will have all of the information linked down below, as well as everything that I'm talking about, everything that's on my face. All of that information is always down in the description box. But as always, Sephora is doing a tiered approach to the sale. So all of that information is going to be down below so that you know when you can go ahead and shop the sale and how much you could be potentially saving. So let's talk first about the items that I would recommend. And I tried very hard to not have too many repeats when it comes to my recommendations, but you guys know the things that I love. So there tends to be a bit of repetition. There are two items that I know are going to be repeats because I talk about them every single time. They are hands down 100% holy grail items. The first is from Laneige. It is their lip sleeping mask. I have gone through so many of these full sizes, minis. I love it, cannot live without it, wholeheartedly recommend it, raved and raved and raved about it. You guys are probably tired of hearing about it. The other item that you're probably tired of hearing about is this baby right here. This is from Pharmacy. This is their Green Clean Makeup Melting Balm. You guys, I am almost out of it. I am desperately hoping, like, look how it's so almost gone. I'm really hoping that I can somehow make it last until the sale. I don't think I'm gonna be able to, but I'm gonna try. I love this. It works so well. It melts everything down without stripping your face, without being harsh. It is fantastic and I cannot recommend it more highly. Another item from Pharmacy that I'm currently working through a mini of, but I fully expect to buy the full size as well, but this is the Honey Potion. So this is a mask that warms up on your face. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first got that deluxe sample, I was a little bit nervous. I was afraid that it was going to be unpleasant or uncomfortable because I do tend to have more sensitive skin. So when I say sensitive, I don't necessarily mean acne prone, I mean reactive and allergy prone. So there are a lot of things that I have a lot of hesitation with using. This was so pleasant and it warms up, but it doesn't feel hot or aggressive. It just feels calming and nice. I don't know, it's hard to really explain, but it's not like setting your face on fire, which is what I was a little bit nervous about. So it makes your skin just look and feel so healthy and radiant and wonderful. Absolutely recommend that completely, and I'm excited to pick up a full size. The other skincare item that I'm going to recommend is from Wishful. This is the Honey Balm. This is a jelly moisturizer. So one thing that I will say right off the bat, it is strongly fragranced. The kind of key items on here are lavender, honey, niacinamide, and turmeric. The lavender, while I definitely like the scent of lavender, it is not for the faint of heart. So if you do not enjoy the scent of lavender, go ahead and pass on this because you're not gonna love using it. But it makes my skin look and feel so nice, and I really like it a lot. So if you have kind of parched skin like mine, it might be a good option for you. On the makeup side of things, again, I'm going to try really hard not to be a broken record, but I am going to talk about a few things, one of which is a mascara. This mascara I discovered last year. This is from Marc Jacobs. This is the At Lashed mascara in the shade Blacker. This is hands down my favorite mascara that I tried in 2020, and while everybody has their own opinions about mascara and what works for them. It's a very personalized thing. I love this so much. It always made my lashes look fantastic. I love the brush. I love everything about it. Highly recommend picking up that baby right there. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I know I've said it before, but any Becca product that you have had your eyes on, now is the time to get it. This is Prosecco Pop that I am wearing right now. And guys, when it comes to highlighters, I mean, very few products compete with the Becca Pressed Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed. It is just lovely. But the other item that I'm going to talk about from Becca is this baby right here. This is the Under Eye Brightening Corrector. I live and die for this product. This one is pretty full. I have purchased a backup. I am trying very hard not to purchase a second backup because it's a cream product. It will eventually go off. I don't want to buy it and waste it, but I also don't want to ever be without it. And I'm really scared. If you know of anything that's a dupe for this, please let me know because it's so good. Yeah, wholeheartedly recommend it if you can find it. It does sell out because so many people feel the way that I feel. So pick it up if you can, but really any Becca product would fall into this category. So I do have a lipstick here. This is from the Sephora collection. This is their Lip Stories. Mine is in the shade Yum Yum, but they have a ton of different formulas and finishes. And while I understand it's only $9, and typically when you think about sales, you think about purchasing your more high-end products. But if it's something that you want and you can get a discount on it, get the discount on it. These lipsticks are so, so nice. I'm actually wearing it right now with a little bit of a Becca lip gloss on top of it. So nice. The pigmentation is beautiful. The formula is beautiful. I love them and definitely recommend them. I'm also going to recommend one eyeshadow palette for you. It is actually one I'm wearing today as well. Love this. It is from Huda Beauty. This is the Mercury Retrograde palette. This is absolutely my favorite palette from her that I have tried. And in my opinion, this is a very spring and summer type of palette. So because her larger palettes are on the more expensive side, getting a discount on them is the way to go in my opinion. And this would be definitely my hands down recommendation for this sale because it's a lovely formula. It's got a ton of different types of finishes. You can make a lot of different looks with it and it works well by itself. It works well as a companion palette. It is just a very well done piece of makeup and I absolutely recommend it. So that is what we are going to stop with there on my recommendations. And now we're going to move into the things that are on my wish list. Now I have to tell you, this is just a wish list. If I were to buy everything here, it would be like $800 and that's not happening. Even with a discount, it's still not happening, but it's fun to kind of, you know, daydream a little bit. So let's talk about what I would purchase if I could just buy anything and everything my little heart desired. So something that has been on my wish list for a while and I came close to picking up during the last sale event is from Dior. This is their Backstage Glow Face Palette. This is in the Universal, so it's got highlighter, blush, bronzer. I really want this a lot. It's $45, but it gets really, really good reviews and I really want it. Do I need another face palette? Absolutely not. Do I need anything? Absolutely not. Do I really, really want it? Yes, I do. So that is something that is on my wish list. Something that is on my wish list that I have a strong feeling is going to end up being a purchase is a face scrub from Ole Henriksen. You guys know I've been talking about the Lemonade Smoothing Scrub since it was announced or even sneaked on Trend Mood. I don't know what it is that has me wanting to try this so badly, but I really, really do. And honestly, I've heard good things about it as well. So I think I'm finally going to give myself permission to go ahead and pick it up because I really want to give it a try. I've heard that the sugar in it is very fine and melts away very I don't want to say quickly because I don't think that's actually the word that I want, but it melts down so that it doesn't tear up your face, but that it's a very fine sort of polish, and it just made me want it even more. So probably gonna pick that up. I do also have my eye on, from Bare Minerals, their new Gen Nude Bronzer brush, and I did it again. Bronzer, blush, and bronzer. That is really hard to say. I challenge you to try it. I want to pick up the medium one. I love that sort of orangey aspect to it. So I'm really thinking that that's going to be a purchase for me as well. There is just something about it that has me so attracted to it, especially with summer coming up. And I think part of it is that I've been trapped in my house for so long that the idea of just having this sun-kissed flush to me is so wonderful in my brain, because I want to just let loose. I don't know, I'm rambling, but that is something that I'm strongly considering. I'm also thinking about the Kosas, the Cloud Set Baked Setting and Smoothing Talc-Free Vegan Powder in the shade Airy. I have heard some really nice things about this powder, and it makes me really want to give it a try. So if you've tried it, let me know what you think about it, because I've heard some lovely things. I do want to pick up a foundation. In fact, it is the foundation that I'm currently wearing because I have a deluxe sample and I've been obsessed with it. It is from Charlotte Tilbury. I know, bougie, but beautiful. So the Airbrushed Flawless Longwear Foundation, I'm currently wearing the shade 1 Neutral, and I love it. It gives a beautiful coverage without looking heavy and cakey. I always put on foundation in a very similar way. I start with very light layers and build it up as needed, and so it just looks so stunning on the skin, but my skin still looks like skin. It is one that you can certainly build up to a full coverage. I shear it out a little bit so that I get a nice strong medium coverage, and it is stunning. I believe I talked about it the last sale and I didn't end up picking it up, but I think this time around I'm going to, because I've just been obsessed with that sample. It's got to be getting low soon. Something else that I do want to pick up is from Brioche. I've used a couple of samples of this. It's the Scalp Revival Charcoal and Coconut Oil Micro Exfoliating Shampoo. Like I said, I've used up a couple of foil packs. This got tons and tons of hype back when it first released, and it's really nice. Kind of like I was mentioning with the face scrub, the grit in it is really fine, and so I feel like it really gets through my hair. I have coarse hair, but I also have thick hair because I've got a lot of strands. I hope that makes sense. So I feel like with other scalp scrubs that I've tried in the past, I can't get it past my hair. I can't get it actually down into my scalp area because the grit on it is so large. It just bounces off of the massive hair that I have. Whereas I felt like with the Brioche one, because it was a finer grit and because of the consistency of the product, that it actually made its way in between the strands and down to my scalp where you need it. And I really very much enjoyed it. I was excited to see that they have 3 different sizes. They have the original size, which comes in a tub. They have a huge one that has a pump on it, but it's like $135, and I can't justify that in any way, shape, or form. But they also have a mini, which comes in a squeezy tube, and I think that's one that I am leaning towards because it comes in a squeezy tube. I personally don't love like having to dip into jars and things like that. Not because I have a concern about sanitary aspects, it's in my shower, but what I do have a concern about is getting water in it that will break down the product over time. So I love that there is an option to be in a squeezy tube, so I think that's what I'm going to get. Also, because I'm not going to be using it every single time I wash my hair, I'm probably going to be using it about once a month. I feel like the mini is going to give me a better opportunity to actually use through it and less likely to spoil, because Brioche does use more natural ingredients in its products, so it could spoil more quickly than some other things. So I think for me, the mini is the way to go. considering a Becca blush because they're going out of business. I don't know. Wild Honey is the one that I currently have my eyes on. You guys know Songbird is my absolute favorite blush that they make. So I don't know. I do also have a perfume on my list. You guys also know that I love the Replica line of fragrances. I have By the Fireplace, and I adore that fragrance so much. But I have used through a couple of the minis of the Coffee Break. It smells so nice. I have a hesitation because it's only an eau de toilette. Hopefully I didn't say that too improperly. And those don't tend to last well on my skin. My skin just seems to absorb them and then they're gone. And this retails for $135. I tend to want to splurge more on the perfumes. I don't speak French. Hopefully I did not make an absolute mockery of that. But those tend to last better on my skin because they are more concentrated. So I don't know. I'm on the fence, but gosh, do I love this fragrance so much. So much. I do really want to try the Tatcha Silk Protective Setting Powder. You guys know I do. So I'm very much on the fence for that. $48 for a powder is ludicrous. So I don't know if I'm actually going to go ahead and buy it, but I really do want to test it out for sure. I'm also very much on the fence about the Urban Decay Naked Wild West eyeshadow palette. You guys know that I've talked about that a lot and that I really want to, that it calls to me and that I really want to try it out, but I could probably dupe it. I know that I need to. You guys expressed an interest in me doing that. I just haven't had a lot of time, unfortunately, but I know I could probably dupe it. And I'm nervous because I have been so let down by the inconsistencies of the Naked formula in the past. Hello, Ultraviolet. But it's been getting really good reviews, and a lot of people that I have seen have talked about the fact that the Naked formula is inconsistent, but that this one is really good. So I don't know. I'm on the fence. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it, but I want it. I do want it. Oddly, I do also want a brow gel. Kosas has their Air Brow. I would go for the clear one. Clear, clean, lifting treatment eyebrow gel with lamination effect. I really like the look of the brush on it. I think that's what really has me attracted to it. It looks like it is small and dense, which is what my brows really need because they are just so thin. Thank you, the 90s. They're so thin, they're over tweezed and never grew back, but the hairs themselves are very long and coarse. So while I personally don't love the laminated brow look, at least not on me, not that I've really been super successful in that, the fact that it gives a lamination effect, in my mind at least, tells me that it's got a good strong hold, so it might keep my insane brows in the shape that I'm trying to put them in. I don't know. All right, there are just a couple of things left for me to talk about, one of which is Paulas Choice, the Resist Advanced Replenishing Toner with Hyaluronic Acid. Super curious about that. I've actually been really curious about Paulas Choice anyway, and now that they're at Sephora, I'm really, really, really interested in them, and that one really kind of called out to me. But if you've used Paulas Choice and you have drier, more sensitive skin like mine that is unfortunately aging, let me know what is your favorite Paulas Choice product. I am very curious to know what I should try out from that brand. I do also from Tatcha want to try the Liquid Silk Canvas Featherweight Protective Primer. I've heard so many good things about it. You guys know that the putty type one is my absolute favorite primer. I really would love to repurchase it, but I have other primers that I need to work through, and I just really enjoy testing out new products. So that is a super strong maybe. And I do still want the Huda Beauty, the Naughty Nude eyeshadow palette. I've been wanting that since it released. I don't need it. I have all those shades, but dang, is that a pretty palette. So those are the items on my wish list. I would love to know, what are the things on your wish list? What do you think that I should pick up and what do you think that I should pass on? Please let me know in the comments below. I love chatting with you guys. So make my day. Tell me what you think. And thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you are having an amazing day. And I will see you next time. Bye.